Kumano Maru was a landing craft carrier with a small flight deck built for the Imperial Japanese Army during World War II. Launched and completed in early 1945, the ship saw no significant action. Construction. Kumano Maru was laid down at the Hitachi shipbuilding yard at Enoshima as a standard Type M wartime cargo ship. The ship was taken over by the Army during construction, redesigned as a landing craft transport, and designated a Type B landing ship. It could carry up to a dozen 17.1-metre and 1314.0-metre landing craft in its hold. They were launched on rails through two large doors in the stern. The ship was also designed to transport anywhere from 8 to 37 aircraft, depending on the size and the number of landing craft aboard. A 110.0 by 21.3 meters flight deck was mounted above the main deck with an elevator aft. This permitted the stored aircraft to be flown off the ship to onshore airfields. The deck was not large enough to allow aircraft to land. The ship's funnel was mounted on the starboard side and vented horizontally outward to keep the flight deck clear. Operational history. Kumano Maru was launched the 28th of January 1945 and completed on the 31st of March. She survived the war and was used until 1947 to repatriate Japanese forces abroad. The ship was sold to Kawasaki K Line in 1947 and converted to a conventional merchant ship. Afterward, she was scrapped in 1948. Bibliography. Chesno, Roger. Aircraft Carriers of the World, 1914 to the Present, an illustrated encyclopedia. Annapolis, Maryland. Naval Institute Press. ISBN 087021902-2. Chesno, Roger, ed. Conway's All the World's Fighting Ships 1922–1946. Greenwich, UK. Conway Maritime Press. ISBN 0-85177-146-7. Fukuichizo. Japanese Naval Vessels at the End of World War II. London, Greenhill Books. ISBN 1-853671258. Hackett, Bob. Kundal, Peter. IJA Landing Craft Depot Ship Kumano Maru. Tabular Record of Movement. Combined Fleet. Com. Retrieved 10 January 2013. Gensura, Hans-Georg. Young, Data, Mikkel, Peter. Warships of the Imperial Japanese Navy, 1869–1945. Annapolis, Maryland, United States Naval Institute. ISBN 0-870218993-X. Palmer, Norman, Genda, Minoru. Aircraft Carriers, A History of Carrier Aviation and Its Influence on World Events. Volume 1, 1909–1945. Washington, D.C. Potomac Books. ISBN 1-57488-663-0.